Receiving simulator transmission. Uploading transmitted feed. Initializing playback sequence. Log execute.
Hey everyone, Seipher here, and welcome back to Seipher Plays Pokemon Heart Gold Nuzlocke. In the last episode, we made our way through Ilex Forest to Goldenrod City, where we discovered that the Goldenrod City gym leader, Whitney, was not at the gym, and was actually at the Goldenrod radio tower trying to win a radio card for her Pokégear, but couldn't solve a simple quiz. We ended up taking the quiz ourselves and winning that radio card, getting her butt back to the gym. However, today we will not be challenging the gym. We are going to be doing actually a bit of a detour, so if you are expecting story progress, don't. It's just going to be us going around taking care of a few side things. First and foremost, I want to show off Headbutt and explain the FHH clause, or Fishing, Headbutt, or Honey Tree clause for this Nuzlocke. I had this in my previous Nuzlocke as a means to catch additional encounters. However, I only get one additional encounter from this on each route, and that's because the Pokemon that you can get from Fishing, Headbutt, or Honey Tree are very limited. And I personally think that it doesn't hurt to be able to get these encounters out of the way, because honestly, with Dupe's Claws, it's not all that much of an issue. Anyway, let's try Sleep... Oh! Well, this is a lucky find. A female Hoot Hoot with insomnia. That is going to be one heck of a good catch if I can manage it. So let's actually swap out to Jason and actually get a paralysis on this. Now, between episodes, I did do a bit of grinding at the casino and got a few TMs. As you could see from Jason's moveset, I added Thunderbolt to his. We're not going to be making much use of it, though, considering we're pretty strong at this point and this thing is pretty weak. I do wish that I had access to some red apricorns, because I could definitely use that to catch this no problem, considering we're over 3 times its level. But, oh well. Let's see if we can catch it in a Pokeball. Come on, 50% chance I'm paralyzed. Yes! Okay. Well, I don't really have... You know what? This is going to be a reference to TFS's Soul Silver Nuzlocke, except not entirely. I'm just going to call her... McBeal. Because I definitely want that. Anyway, with that taken care of, we're now gonna go back up through this gate, talk to this woman with her own Butterfree, and she'll give us TM12. I believe that's Taunt, which can be rather useful. They can only Pokemon afflicted with Taunt can only use damaging moves, so could be useful for the next gym for reasons that I'll go into at another point. I'm just going to walk through the grass so that I can avoid the trainers, because I didn't actually fight any of the trainers off screen. And encounter a Ditto. Would have been nice to get, but not that nice. It's not as useful for Nuzlocking, especially when you have a clause like mine that prevents breeding. Anyway, we're just gonna continue on, going north and avoiding trainers. And I'm pretty sure that that guy can't fight until nighttime, so we'll just avoid him. I don't know why I did that. Anyway, back in Goldenrod City, and the slowdown is pretty significant considering how big this place is. I suppose while we're making our way up to where I want to go, I will mention that I got 1 TM for Flamethrower, 1 TM for Ice Beam and 2 TMs for Thunderbolt. The Flamethrower and Thunderbolts I used. Ice Beam I still got sitting in my pocket. And I want to talk to this guy in this gate. Excuse me, kid. I received this letter the other day from a friend of mine. Here's the reply that I wrote. I'm stuck here and was wondering if you could deliver it. He's on Route 31. Can you help the guy out? Yes? Huh? The party's full? Oh. Right, forgot that I have to not have 6 Pokemon for this, so let's go quickly drop off somebody. Now, I'm only doing this because this will technically add a Pokemon to your Pokedex, and I want it specifically just to get it out of my... to take advantage of my Dupe's Claws to get it out of the way, so that I don't have to potentially run into it, because there are Pokemon that it is available, because it's one of those Pokemon that, while it can be found in grass, it's also a Headbutt Pokemon, so if you can manage to get rid of it early, you can guarantee something better. So let's just... Actually, let's take a look at Feel. Adamant nature, that's not a good nature for her, but whatever, she's probably not going to be all that useful going forward. But, oh well, we'll just put Jason in for right now. And we'll make our way back up to that gate guard to get a Pokemon from him. And this is going so slow, but oh well, it's kind of the price to pay for... Well, price to pay for such a large city anyway. We'll help the guy out. We'll get his Spearow, which actually has good IVs from what I remember, but not going to be much use to me. It is level 20 female, so pretty useful. Pretty strong. Too strong to use in the gym, obviously, but for now, since I don't really care about gaining levels, it could be a good thing to use to get through areas. And I believe it has the Keen Eye ability, which I believe in this game enabled it to avoid wild Pokemon if it's the lead in the party, so very useful for traversing when you don't have many repels. And now that I've taken care of that, I want to find a certain building. I forget. My knowledge of Goldenrod City isn't as good as some other places, mainly because this place is so big and I don't really play I don't play the Johto games all that much. But if I recall, it's one of these buildings, not that small one there, but one of these. Yeah, I believe it's this one right here on the left. Is a cycling shop. So if we talk to this guy, can't sell his bicycles, and he'll give us a free bicycle, and he wants to get our phone number in exchange for it. Basically, I don't know how he expects to get much business with us getting one for free, but hey, I'll take it. Anyway, now that we have that, I'll probably put it on the special button a bit later, but later off screen so that I can just activate it whenever I need to. But for now, we're just gonna go back to Route 34 with Kenya in tow as a means to get us through Ilex Forest pretty quickly. I do know that some people are probably wondering, why don't I just cut a lot of these things whenever I'm traveling between areas. Like, surely it would be... Actually, you know what? Let's go back to Goldenrod. I'll take care of the specific thing that I was thinking about another time. I know that I can't use Kenya in the gym battle itself, but I can use him, or her rather, to clear out the gym trainers, and maybe because it's technically treated like a traded Pokemon, even though it wasn't traded, I can get it to evolve because traded Pokemon gain experience faster, and Kenya is already at level for her species to evolve. So let's actually clear out the gym trainers and save Whitney for next time. Because there's actually going to be a lot of money from clearing out these trainers. And I'd rather train off screen to get up to the level cap for Whitney rather than possibly risk fighting something here and not being able to use it in the gym battle with Whitney. Anyway, that was easy. But yeah, Kenya, Aerial Ace, 60 power, never misses. Good attacks, stats, good IVs. Don't know the nature, but I don't honestly care. And being a good few levels above, should be able to take care of pretty much anything that these people could throw. This gym has a lot of female Pokemon, and I know that some of them, or at least I think I remember some of them having Attract, so definitely good to have a good female Pokemon to lead with. If you're like me and you caught that Drowsy on Route 34, you could go to a certain area of this city, I forget exactly where, and trade that Drowsy for a Machop that's also female. That would be pretty strong since Fighting type is strong against Normal type for whatever reason. But could be useful. But I'm just going to focus on using Kenya. Since I can always train on specific Pokemon, because I have been actually mainly grinding on wild Pokemon, going back to specific areas to train. I don't use the actual in-game saving mechanic all that much. I just sort of use save states since I'm on emulator, just so that I can better maintain progress in a orderly fashion. So timestamp probably whenever you do see it won't match how long I've actually been playing. If I do, for whatever reason, end up saving in the middle of a session. Not that I expect that to really happen. Okay, one more Aerial Ace ought to do it. Or not. Come on, Aerial Ace. I know I don't technically need to train up Kenya to evolve, but I wanted to, and this is just going easily. Not gonna learn Mirror Move, just gonna keep the old moves. Give up on it. Yep. Alright. What? Kenya is evolving. And with that, I have basically used someone else's Pokemon to make my Dupe's Claws work even better for me, because I do know that you can eventually run into Spearow and Fearow later on in other areas, and I really don't want to use them, since I already have a pretty decent flying type on my team. Let's see, where do I go to? No, that's not it. Maybe it's this way. Maybe that going back where I started, I don't know. Maybe I'm not seeing things quite right. Oh. Go up, left, and down. I suppose for a bit of interesting trivia, this gym is actually laid out like a Clefairy, which kind of interesting. Not too interesting though. Anyway, ooh, a Snubble. Well, I think this thing might actually have Intimidate, so probably not the best thing to be throwing Kenya in against. So let's actually swap out since he is a little hurt. I don't remember how close Victoria is to leveling up, but I don't imagine she'll be over leveling because the current level cap is 19 and she's 18, so I might as well use her here and basically demonstrate my main strategy for this gym with her having that Shell Bell and being able to heal and use Rock Smash to lower defense and do damage. It's a pretty flimsy strategy, but it's pretty much the only thing I've got right now, so here's hoping that it works out well for me. And with that, I believe we have every single gym trainer taken care of. So we can quickly drop off Kenya at the EC, get Jason back in, and then... Actually, you know what? Since I did say that about Kenai, I think I'll keep him on. Keep her on. Don't know why I keep saying that. I guess Kenya just sounds more like a guy's name to me. But I'll keep Kenya on and maybe go back through Ilex Forest and try another headbutt route, just so that we can get something a bit more out of the way. To guarantee something a bit later. Yeah, at this point you're evolved, you're pretty strong, Kenya. You can easily handle any of these gym trainers with only minor minor damage, but though that was mainly from when you were a Spearow. I'm sure that guy's gonna be freaking out when we end up giving back Kenya to, or rather when his friend gets Kenya and sends her back to him, because I bet he wasn't expecting us to evolve Kenya. Oh. Okay, down we go. I hate the slowdown that I'm getting, but it's alright. Well, okay, there we go. Do wish that I had a means of fixing the slowdown issue, but you can always do it again. Mother's calling, but I'm not going to answer. She's going to be telling us that she's spent some of our money, only not really. We just hit the threshold for her to end up buying something new with our money. So, not going to worry about it. Just going to quickly rush back toward Ilex Forest and back toward Azalea Town. I already fought this girl off screen, didn't mean to, but oh well. And of course we end up getting into a fight. Today, Drowsy. Already caught Freud here, so don't need to worry about you. But Kenai did, I think, do a little bit of something. I hope I'm not just misremembering that, because I do remember Kenai was given an ability in the overworld, whereas originally it was just an in-battle ability. But not today. We're just gonna go this way. Make our way back through Ilex Forest. And I forgot I need Cut, so... You know what, I don't think he'll mind us teaching Cut. At least I think that Spearow can learn Cut. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Well, I guess that changes my plans. I'll put off what I was going to go do until next time. Well, not next time, but a later point. I would have liked to have done this now, but I don't want to teach Cut to Ash when I don't know when exactly the move deleter will be found, so guess we have to give up on this little thing. I suppose I'll go into it. It was just that I was going to head put a tree on Route 33 and see if I get either a Heracross or an Aipom, because the only Pokemon that you can get from headbutting on those routes, I believe, are Heracross, Spearow, and Aipom. And if you get rid of one of them, then you can guarantee an encounter in Azalea Town for the other. But that's just going to have to be something that we do later. I'll probably just stick Kenya in the box. I know that I said that I was going to try and... Well, never mind. I don't know where I'm going with that. The point is, now that we have Kenya technically registered in our Pokedex, thanks to that gate guard, we can just sort of not worry about him. Well, not worry about running into any wild Spearow or Fearow, and can just focus on other Pokemon when we do end up looking for wild Pokemon. So I think I'll just end things off here. I'll probably open up the next episode inside the gym. So thank you guys for watching. Until next time, stay gold.
Playback sequence terminated. Transmission disconnected.